Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, Weirdly OCD. Today's video, I wanted to focus on technology because, let's admit it, nowadays, technology pretty much runs a lot of people's lives. Whether it's social media, computers in general, cell phones, it is a huge part of our culture. And a lot of times, the technology and everything can tend to overwhelm us and kind of make our lives chaotic. I know a lot of times technology is supposed to, simplify our lives and things like that, but I want to give you 4 tips that I've come up with that I think will truly simplify your life when it comes to the internet, social media, and technology in general. The first one I want to talk about is something that I did many months ago, and that was Facebook or just social media in general. And that is deleting people from your friends list that you just genuinely have not talked to in quite some time. I know that I had originally planned on completely deleting my Facebook profile. However, I do have a lot of family that lives out of state, so it's a great way for me to keep in touch with them and see what's going on in their lives. But a lot of times it was getting cluttered up with things that were being shared or forwarded or replied to on my timeline, and I was kind of missing out on those family moments. So I went through my friends list and I did an honest purge of it. If I had not talked to somebody on my friends list, a general, actual person-to-person conversation, I deleted them off my list. Now, do I still talk to these people through text message or something? Sure. Occasionally, if something comes up and I need to get a hold of them, I do still have their phone number in my phone, so I can shoot them a quick text if I need to or something like that. But I just really wanted to tone down my Facebook page and really only have it apply to family or really, really good friends that I wanted to stay up on and that I do actively talk to on a pretty much daily basis, if that, at least weekly basis. The second suggestion I want to give to you is right here on YouTube. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I know a lot of times when watching videos and stuff, I will tend to get a little carried away in subscribing to channels. And sometimes I'll just randomly think, oh, I was subscribed to so-and-so, and I haven't seen them in my notifications lately, so what's going on? And come to find out, that person hasn't uploaded a video in 3, 4, 6 months. So, my tip is go through your YouTube subscriptions and honestly do a serious, honest with yourself purge of the channels that either A, you genuinely are not interested in their content anymore, whether it's just something that you were used to be interested in and now you're not, or their content has changed from what it used to be and what you liked about it. And secondly, if they haven't uploaded in some time, I know that there are a couple channels that I absolutely used to love and still kind of do like, but for reasons out of the person's control and reasons within the person's control, they haven't uploaded for 4, 5, 6 months, almost a year. So I unsubscribed to them. I know now if they don't upload, it's not going to bother your recommendations because it won't show up. But it is nice to just kind of filter out the channels that just don't really have a significant part of your time when wanting to watch YouTube. Now, I will go on record of saying that I actually, just before starting to film this video, was going through the channels that I'm subscribed to. I thought it would be maybe between 50 and 60 channels. I was wrong. I am, as of this moment, subscribed to 274 channels. So I will tell you that you are probably subscribed to more than you think you are. And after this video, I am definitely going through my list, because I know when I went through to count them for this video for you, there are channels on there that have not uploaded in probably almost 2 years. So I definitely want to go through and purge that list as well. The third tip I want to give you is email. Now, I know email was a huge thing back in the 90s, early 2000s. Nowadays, a lot of people will just shoot a really quick text to people if they need to get some information to them or ask a question. However, there are some people, like myself, who still do kind of tend to like using email. And one big thing that we all know happens with email is junk mail. So there's a really easy way to simplify this. If you are getting things in your email inbox that you just genuinely do not care about, you see it and you just automatically delete it because you're not interested, you can either do one of two things. Open the email itself, go to the bottom, and there should be one of two options. One, there's either an unsubscribed link that you can click. They'll usually have you type in your email address, and that should end all communication with you to that email address. That way you're not getting any more messages from them. Sometimes companies will also have a email that you need to email and just put, like, in this context of the message the word stop or no or something along those lines, which indicates to them you don't want to receive communication from them anymore. I can't tell you how many things I've signed up with an email address. Usually it's things that I'm using for the first time, such as like online food ordering, things like that, where they say, oh, if you sign up for our club, you'll get $5 off your first online order or something like that. And then I generally forget to unsubscribe after that, because then they just start sending me nonsense that I don't care about. So that is definitely a way that you can help simplify your email inbox. And the last tip I want to give you with technology, which brings us to number 4, is just cell phone and technology use in general. It is very important to make sure that it doesn't take over your life. There needs to be cutoff times throughout your day when you just honestly don't check your phone or check your social media. I think especially with kids, this needs to be extremely important. Now, I will go on record of saying I am not a parent, so I'm sure some people will think I have no right in saying what kids should and shouldn't be doing with technology because I'm not a parent, but this is just my opinion. But I definitely think for kids there should be a cutoff time in the evening where technology is no longer happening. I also think technology and cell phone usage should definitely not be happening either when kids are doing homework or just in general, whether you have kids or not, during any meal time. That's definitely a time where you want to catch up on each other's day and have some actual real life face-to-face human interaction. And along with going with the cutoff times, my last suggestion would be no cell phones in bed at bedtime. I know it's really habitual, I guess, habitable to, if that's a word, to check your phone again when you're going to bed at night. You may not be too tired, but you're tired enough to want to go lay down. So you're checking your social media, you're checking YouTube, emails, text messages, whatever. But I think it's very important that we need to turn the cell phones off, or in my case, I don't really turn it off because I use mine as my alarm to wake up in the morning, because unfortunately it's the only alarm I can get up to. But to not be scrolling through YouTube or anything like that when we're trying to go to bed, because one, it's distracting to ourselves, and two, it could be distracting to your partner that's sharing the bed with you, because they may be actually really tired and want to go to bed, and that light from your phone or whatever could be quite distracting to them, and now that's preventing them from being able to go to sleep. So with that, I hope you enjoyed these 4 tips that I gave you to make your tech life a little simpler and kind of get back on the page of human interaction, face-to-face interaction, and just not always having our faces in our cell phones. But with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any other tips, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them, and I will see you all on Sunday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.